Hello students, good morning to all. So now we'll start that next portion of this chapter, that is congruence of triangles. So we'll see what we have studied in last class. So we have started what is about congruence and this congruence property, congruence of triangles. Okay, so what we have studied that what does congruence mean? That congruence means if two objects are exactly copy of each other, or two figures or two shapes, figures have equal shape and size, then they are congruent. Okay, so we learned that what is the symbol of congruent means two equal sign you will put, and above that what you will put? If you will put one curved line, that is the symbol of congruence. Okay, next what we have studied that about how we can say that one shape is congruent or one figure is congruent, how one plane figure is congruent, how two lines are congruent, means if two lines are congruent means they have equal length. Okay, and how two angles are congruent if they have equal measure. Okay, if the angle measure is equal. Then how the triangles are congruent if they have corresponding sides, corresponding angles and are equal to each other and corresponding vertices are fitting on each other, then the triangles are congruent. Okay, so today we'll see some property or some criterion. Okay, some criteria about that congruence of triangle. Okay, there are some criteria. Okay, so let's see how we'll say that we cannot measure always all the triangles, means it is difficult to measure all these things. There are some tricks, okay, to find out if they are congruent or not. So look at here, it's some criterion. Criterion is what? The singular is criterion and plural is criteria. Okay, so first criterion is what? SSS. So first criterion is SSS. S means side. So side. So this criterion says that two triangles will be congruent if their corresponding sides are equal. Okay. So look at here. In these two triangles, AB is equal to DE, AC is equal to DF, and BC is equal to EF. Then what you can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. What you can write it like this? Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Means ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Why? Because all the sides are equal. So first criterion is when all three sides are of one triangle is equal to the corresponding sides of other triangle, then both the triangles are congruent. Let's see one example. So here it is given in two given triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. AB equal to 7 cm, BC equal to 5 cm, and AC equal to 9 cm. Then again in another triangle DEF, DE equal to 7 cm, DF equal to 9 cm, and EF equal to 5 cm. So check whether the two triangles are congruent or not. So let's check. So also what you will write? In triangle ABC and triangle DEF, AB equal to DE, because they have equal length, that is how much? 7 cm. Next, AC equal to DF. AC equal to DF equal to how much? 9 cm. Then BC equal to EF. BC equal to EF, that is how much? 5 cm. Okay, so this shows that what? All the three sides are equal to the sides of DEF. So what you will write? I don't have place, that's why I am writing this side, but you write below. Okay, you write below this. Okay, so this shows that all three sides of triangle ABC are equal to the sides of triangle DEF. Means AB is corresponding to DE, BC is corresponding to EF, and AC is corresponding to DF. These are equal. That's why, hence, with the SSS criterion of congruence, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Okay, so this is about side congruence. Next criterion is, second criterion is SAS, means side angle side criterion. Okay, so this criterion says this, that two triangles will be congruent if their corresponding two sides and one included angle are equal. Okay, so if these two triangles, two sides are equal and included, means the angle between the corresponding two sides. Okay, the angle between two sides are equal, that is, angle between two sides is called included angle. So these are equal, then the two triangles are congruent. Okay, so look at here, ABC and DEF triangle. You see that AC is equal to DF, BC is equal to EF. Okay, so two sides are equal and included angle is what? C. Don't take this A or B as included because these are not between two sides. Okay, that the angle between two sides you will take as included angle, जोटा कि जो angle टा दीटा side मझिरे थियो ताकू ही included angle नबो. Okay, so angle C is equal to F. That is, those are included angle. Then you can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, or you can write that like that, triangle ACB is congruent to triangle DFE. Triangle DFE. Maintain the order. Okay, if you are changing ACB, you can write DFE. If you are writing ABAC, you will write EDF. You are writing CAB, you will write FDE. Okay, like that you will maintain the order. So SAS criterion shows that two triangles are congruent if their corresponding two sides are equal and one included angle. One included angles are equal. Okay, so the two triangles are congruent. Let's see some example. Look at here. In triangle JK equal to KN. JK equal to KN. And AK is the bisector of triangle JKN. This is bisector of angle JKN, means this angle. Then number 1, find the three pairs of equal parts in triangles JKA and AKN. So three pair of equal parts. So let's see. Number 1 is what? In triangle JKN, JK equal to KN, or you can write it JK equal to KN. Why? Already it is given. Okay, it is already given in the question. Then AK equal to AK. AK equal to AK because this is a common side. Then angle JKA, angle JKA is equal to angle AKN. Angle AKN. Why? Because KA is the bisector of angle JKN. So this AK is bisecting. Bisecting means dividing this angle into two equal parts. So you will write that in bracket KA bisects angle JKN. This angle is bisected by bisector KA. So now you have found three pairs of equal parts. One is one side, other side, then one included angle. So this side, then angle. Okay, these three are what? These three parts are equal. Okay, next these three pairs are equal parts of triangle JKA and AKN. Okay, next number 2 is given. Is JKA triangle is congruent to triangle NKA? Give reasons. So here, yes, they are congruent. Why? Because first we'll write triangle JKA is congruent to triangle NKA. Why? Because in triangle JKN, and triangle JKN and triangle NKA. Here I am writing triangle NKA. What is there? JK equal to KN, KA equal to KA, and angle JKA equal to angle AKN. Means two corresponding sides are equal, and two pairs of corresponding sides are equal, and one included angle is equal. That's why it is forming SAS, side angle side. So by SAS congruence rule, already we have written up above that which one is equal to which one. JK is equal to KN, already given. AK equal to AK, common side. Angle JK is equal to angle AKN because K is bisecting angle JKN. That's why due to SAS congruence rule, side angle side congruence rule, these two triangles are equal. Okay, or they are congruent. Next, number 3 question is angle J equal to angle N? Give reason. Okay, is angle J equal to angle N? Okay, what you will write? Yes, angle J equal to angle N, because these two are corresponding parts of what? The congruent triangles. Why you will write? You will write in bracket the corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Okay, so these are corresponding angles. These two are corresponding angles of congruent triangles. That's why these two angles are equal. So this is about side angle side criterion. Next, third criterion is ASA criterion. Okay, that is angle. A means angle, S means side, and A means angle. Angle, side, angle. So this criterion says that two triangles are congruent if two adjacent angles and one included side of triangle are equal. Two corresponding angles and one included side of another triangle. That's Okay, so here triangle ABC and triangle DEF, two adjacent angles, that is B and C, are equal to E and F, means B is equal to E, B is equal to corresponding angle E, and angle C is equal to angle F, and one included side. Included side means the side between two angle. Okay, not this side, this side. The side between the two corresponding angles. So this one is the side where BC is equal to EF. So if angle B is equal to E, C is equal to F, angle C is equal to F, and side BC is equal to side EF, then your triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. So let's see one example. Here, look at here, it is given in triangle LMN and OPN, triangle OPN, LMN and OPN, two triangles are there. If LMN, angle LMN equal to angle LMN is equal to angle NPO equal to 60 degree. Angle LMN is equal to angle NPO, that is how much? 60 degree, and angle LNM is 35 degree. LNM, so this is 60 degree, this is 35 degree, this is 60 degree, and LM equal to PO, means side LM is equal to side PO, that is how much? 4 centimeter. Then check whether the triangle LMN is congruent to triangle PON or not. So let's see. So look at here. I'll just zoom the image. See properly. So in the two triangles, triangle LMN and triangle OPN, angle LMN equal to angle NPO equal to 60 degree, that is given. Okay, already given. LMN equal to NPO, that is how much? 60 degree. Then angle LNM is equal to angle PNO equal to how much? 35 degree. So these two lines are what? Intersecting at each other, and that's why they are forming their LNM and PNO are what? Vertically opposite angle. That's why this angle is equal to this angle, because what you will write? Vertically opposite angles. Okay, next we have to find out this angle. So how will find? So angle L of triangle LMN equal to 180 degree minus 60 degree plus 35 degree, that is how much? 85 degree. So this is why, due to by angle sum property of triangle. Okay, next we got angle L, that is how much? 85 degree. Now we'll see we are getting O or not. So angle O of triangle OPN equal to 180 degree minus 60 degree plus 35 degree, that is also how much? 85 degree. And this is also the same rule by angle sum property of triangle. Okay, so here you are saying angle L is equal to angle O. So that is how much? 85 degree. Thus angle L equal to angle O. Okay, L equal to angle O. LM equal to side LM equal to PO. Okay. So look at here. Angle L equal to angle O. Angle L equal to angle O. LM equal to PO. LM equal to PO. And angle M equal to angle P. Angle M equal to angle P. So angle side angle. Angle side angle. So hence by ASA angle side angle congruence, what you can find? That triangle LMN is what? It is congruent to triangle OPN. So you will see how you will find out. Okay, if you want to find ASA congruence, so you will find angle, corresponding angles. Okay, two angles. Okay, two adjacent angles, and between them one included angle. Okay, here this angle is given, but this side has not given. Here this side has given, so one angle is given. We have to find other adjacent angle, this angle, not this angle. Okay, so with the help of this angle we have found this angle. Okay, let's move to next criterion. Number 4 criterion is RHS criterion, means right angle, hypotenuse and side. So last class we have studied about Pythagoras theorem. There we have studied about hypotenuse. Okay, and about hypotenuse. So what is that? What is hypotenuse? That is the opposite side of right angle of a right angled triangle. So in a right angled triangle, the opposite side, the side opposite to right angle is hypotenuse. Okay. So what is this criterion? This criterion says that the two right angled triangles will be congruent if the hypotenuse and one side of one triangle are equal to corresponding hypotenuse and one side of another triangle. Okay, so in right angle, two right angles, one hypotenuse, two hypotenuse. Okay, the corresponding hypotenuse should be equal and one side will be equal, any side, either this side or this side. Okay, so look at here, in this triangle, in these two triangles, here right angle B equal to E. In right angle triangle you will find one right angle always. So here angle is same. So angle B equal to angle E, that is how much? 90 degree. Okay, angle B equal to angle E. Hypotenuse AC equal to DF. Hypotenuse AC equal to DF. And side AB equal to DE. Then what we can say that? Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. So let's see some example. So prove that triangle RSV is congruent to triangle RKV. If RS equal to RK equal to 7 cm, RS equal to RK equal to how much? 7 cm, RV equal to 5 cm, RV equal to 5 cm, N is perpendicular to SK. It is perpendicular to SK. So let's find out in triangle RSV and triangle RKV. Okay, RS equal to RK. RS equal to RK equal to how much? 7 cm. It is already given in question. So you will write on bracket given. Okay, then RV equal to RV. RV is same in on both the triangle. that is how much? 5 centimeter. It is also given, and that is what you will write common side. Okay, then you see RV is perpendicular to SK. If RV is perpendicular to SK, then angle RVS equal to angle RVK. Angle RVS, this angle, and angle RVK equal to how much? This is perpendicular, means when there is perpendicular, then the perpendicular will form 90 degree to the base. Okay, so this is what? 90 degree. So due to hypotenuse rule, means right angle hypotenuse rules, we have one right angle, one hypotenuse, means right angles, then hypotenuse are equal, then one side is equal. So due to that rule, hence triangle RSV is congruent to triangle RKV. Why? Because due to RHS criterion of triangle. RHS congruence criterion of triangle, means here right angle is there, hypotenuse is there, right angle, hypotenuse, and one side. Okay, so this is about today's class. I hope you have understood. Thank you.